Hello, my name is Ivana Usatova, and I'm going to speak about automated count of stellar sea lion animals. This animal is included into the Red Book of the Russian Federation and the international organizations. And it is extremely important to take measures to protect these animals. Traditionally, reproductive holdouts are used to calculate these animals in July and June, and the majority of animals come to these holdouts. During various methods, we use head-by-head counting methods. At the same time, it must be difficult to use it if we are speaking about very large areas. And of course, there might be certain mistakes, and at the same time, there's no way to check the reliability of these data. Beginning from 2016, we began monitoring of stellar sea lions and seals using drones. We have already described previously the advantages of using this type of technology for counting animals on holdouts, but one of the major problems is that, okay, we can get the photographs, but then we do this counting manually. We did our survey on the small Tюлени island. It is 100 by 500 meters, and it is close to the Sakhalin island. This island is very small, but at the same time, the northern stellar sea lion and fur seal, this is their habitat. And here we know that there's over 100,000 of fur seals and over 5,000 stellar sea lions, and there are thousands of birds. And we can see a great variety of marine mammals and birds here. And counting these animals is a very difficult task. And far away and long time ago, in 2016, we began this work. So we used this drone, and starting from 2016 and before, we were trying to use our own homemade drones, but we lost them. And then we realized that only this Fandom model works fine, especially in this salty water environment and lots of birds flying around. We used a special application for counting the animals. It enables a systemic approach to collection of data. So this application is used for flying this drone. In 2020, we did annual counts, and the season lasted till the 10th of August. The height was about 30 meters, and the overlapping between imaging was about 60%. This is a set of photographs. So we had about 600 images. And in 2016, 2017, we were counting sea lions using each specific photograph. And it took about 6-7 hours for this. And last year, we were using this Adisoft for automatic counting of animals. Verification of results became very easy because it was easy to identify the borderlines between the photographs. But still, for non-specialists, this task was quite difficult. And in 2019, we developed a special app for automatic counts of stellar sea lions. And in 2019, when we were piloting it, we received great results. And then, inspired by this success, we decided to modify this automatic count. The number of photographs were adjusted, applied onto a map, and we used a tile-off technique. At the same time, all photographs were scaled so that the animals are of the same size. And also we were adding about 25% overlapping of images. We used two models. One of them was a VWG16. So it uses machine learning and it is used for identifying various images in photographs. And we were using this net as well. Then different tiles were used for processing these data. And first, we used it for identifying localization of stellar sea lions. And we prepared two models for pups and for adult animals. This was necessary because the color of the pups and the size is quite different and distinctive. These are the results. This is a result. So this is what the machine is working with. Okay, so some spots. Yeah, you see these pink spots for adults and then smaller ones for the pups. Okay, so we were collecting data for that VWG16. There were two lines of processing with the same input data. The first line was analyzing the overall information in the identification zone. And the second line was working with the zoomed images. And there were perpendicular lines. Okay, and this is one animal, and it was necessary to identify whether it was a female or a male. Then the results were subdivided into two sets, whether the information was obtained for the breeding haul out or just a non-reproductive haul out. So, and for these non-breeding, we identified juvenile males, adult males, and so on. Manually, we prepared about 9,000 images for this machine learning exercise. It was necessary to identify what was the error rate. We were using some model images. So we used the western part, this coastal line, and it was quite easy to access it and to calculate all the animals. And there was some variation, and we used a special program for incorporating all this data. Then the deviation from manual and automated count was viewed as a deviation, as a certain index. In order to improve the quality, we visually were assessing images, and also we identified all errors occurring during this process. Then all this was used, all the results were used for next round of learning of the EUNet program. Now we can say that the automated count can give quite reliable results on the number of animals. We developed the EUNet model, which ensured the right counts of the animals. Also, we realized that the females were identified very well but the correctness was not so high for other types of animals. Now, that is why the learning data set was mainly including females. And now we are working on normalization of this software so that we could correctly identify the numbers of all types of animals. The automated account program was developed in order to make this work easier and non-manual, but of course we had to involve lots of volunteers and lots of specialists. And we would like to thank all participants of this work who invested their time in developing this automatic count system. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can send them to my email address. It is available on the website. Take care of yourself, and I would like to thank the organizers of this conference because they managed very successfully to organize this conference online. And I hope that next time we will be able to meet face to face. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much. Ivan, we have a couple of minutes till the next talk. And if there are any questions to Ivan, raise your hands or send them. Send your questions. Sergey Ryazanov. I see that. Yes, Sergey Ryazanov would like to ask a question. Can you hear me? Yes. Hello. Yeah, Ivan, could you please tell us what was the height of the drone when these animals began noticing it, or was there any reaction on their part? Thank you very much. In 2020, we didn't observe any reaction to the drone. I know that in the past, in 2017, 2018, yes, they were responding in a certain way. Mainly it was at the beginning of the season when there were still few birds and when the animals were not yet used to the sound of the drone. And in 2020, we didn't see any cases of reaction.